Hello and welcome to Blackhawk TV's presentation of the Baldwin-Woodville Blackhawks boys basketball home opening here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. My name is Jordan Lehman. I'm joined, as always, by our famous cameraman here at Blackhawk TV, Zach Ambrose. And for his debut, an educator, a coach, and a friend of mine, Jake Laram. How's it going, Jake?
It's going well, Jordan. Happy to be a part of this beautiful day for basketball. Sun is shining outside, it appears, so let's have a fun one against Northwestern.
Absolutely. So the Hawks welcome the Northwestern Tigers of the Heart of North Conference. This is the first game of the season for Northwestern. Both of these schools coming off of successful fall programs, whether it be football, soccer, whatever it might be. So these kids, a lot of them multi-sport athletes, after a couple weeks of going up and down on the hardwood, they're ready to play some basketball here today. Baldwin-Woodville did get their season started last week on the road in a non-conference matchup with a former conference foe, the Richmond Tigers. They fell in that one 90-111. High-scoring affair with a lot of new significant players for the Hawks, getting a lot of good run, having a lot of really impressive performances. So we're excited for this non-conference matchup between the Hawks and the Tigers. They meet pretty much annually at this point. They've met up in the playoffs before. Last year, the Tigers bested the Hawks up in Maple 65-51. That was right around a year ago at this time, actually. But this Saturday, we'll see the rematch. So, Jake, coming into this one thing that stood out to me, excuse me, watching the Hawks last week was the youth on the floor. One senior starting for the Hawks, Dane Bienendahl, but other than that, exclusively underclassmen, and then a lot of underclassmen coming off the bench, including a freshman getting a lot of run. And so for yourself, coming from a background of coaching for many years at this point, when it comes to coaching a group of younger kids that maybe haven't had the reps at the varsity level, whatever the sport may be, what are some things that kind of can be exciting about that? And then what are some things that can be challenges?
I think it's a lot of setting into new roles. I mean, when you look at younger guys, freshmen and sophomore, a lot of them in their younger youth growing up, they're the main scoring option. And when you get to the varsity level, that's not always the case. So it's settling into new roles. It's finding out for guys like Dockel and guys like Janke, and Foster's getting his first run on varsity this year, which has been exciting to see. So just kind of figuring out, and hopefully as we go throughout the year, we can settle into some new roles and find some way to obviously continue to get everybody in the flow of the offensive game.
Absolutely. Another thing that I think you can speak to, and I know I experienced as well, both of us playing both basketball and football in high school, is transitioning from the sport of football to the sport of basketball, conditioning wise. And obviously the Hawks played about as high a possession game as we're going to see in high school basketball throughout this part of the state last week against Richmond with over 200 combined points. But when it comes to that transition from transitioning from football shape to basketball shape, in your experience, how long does that typically take until the legs are really there, the lungs are really there for these kids to where they're going to feel comfortable going 36 full minutes, in a high school basketball game?
Absolutely. I think one thing you didn't mention is the length of football season that both these teams are going to come off playing, with Baldwin going to a level 4 game, Northwestern making it down to Madison and playing those extra weeks. It kind of doesn't lend yourself to playing any maybe pickup and getting your legs under you, so it's definitely a factor probably for the first month at least, making sense of getting your body in shape and being ready to play basketball for the grind that it is. Absolutely.
So looking back at the Hawks opener, which was on the road into Richmond, a lot of new faces for the Hawks having really spectacular nights. Leading scorer last week was Landon Kuski, a sophomore. He had 21. Joe Jensen, coming off of a very significant role last year as a sophomore for the Hawks, where he averaged 9 points a game, had 20 into Richmond. And freshman Luke Janke had a really impressive line with 15.7 boards and 9 assists, doing a nice job for the Hawks. Other significant, more or less, scores last year. As a freshman, JT Dockel averaged right around 3 points a game, but the Hawks do turn over some significant seniors coming off of last year. Evan Clausen, who is now a college basketball player for the Falcons at UW River Falls, and Gavin Sell leading 2 scorers and rebounders from last year. Obviously, Gavin now playing football at the college ranks for North Dakota State, but losing some of that senior leadership and losing some of that senior infrastructure can be challenging. One thing, though, that I think particularly was noticeable in that opener against Richmond was the size that these guys lost coming off of Gavin and Evan's absence. When it comes to rebounding, Jake, with a smaller statured team, in your experience, whether it be as a fan, a player, a coach, what are some things that our boys will continue to have to emphasize when it comes to not maybe having the 6'5", 6'6" guys that you can roll off the bench or start off the right off the jump?
I think fundamentals and discipline are really two of the big things, because obviously we are probably going to be at a size advantage throughout a majority of the year, just because we have a lot of the same height and weight and same kind of players in the backcourt. So I just think discipline and boxing out every possession and making that a passion and an identity of the team will be huge as we go throughout into the season. But it's definitely an obvious something you got to work with if you're Coach Benoit.
Yeah, absolutely. And it'll be exciting to watch, because one thing that our squad does not lack this year is athleticism. Obviously, you already mentioned both of these teams coming off of very successful football seasons. One thing I anticipate seeing from the Tigers is an athletic bunch, and you and I know from experience that a lot of the kids on the floor tonight, or this afternoon rather, for the Hawks are very good athletes, multi-sport athletes. What is some of the value to you in your experience of having guys that compete throughout the year in different seasons in different sports when it comes to their development as competitors, mental toughness, physical toughness, things like that? What are some things you've seen throughout your years coaching that multi-sport athletes do at a good level?
I think it shows with Luke Janke. I think it shows with Gavin last year. Just the comfort of starting a varsity game, I think, is a massive thing for players. When you've been under the lights and kind of had the pressure, it is a different pressure, I believe, and so it'll be interesting to see how Janke handled it. He looked great at home on Tuesday against New Richmond, and just the way Gavin last year kind of stepped in after taking time away from basketball is a huge thing, and just having that experience, that calmness on the court to not panic and make plays, I think is huge for these kids.
Absolutely. Briefly, Tigers, to touch on the Tigers and where they're coming from off of last year's run. They had a very successful year last season, 19 wins to 8 losses, 14-4 in the Hardin North Conference, which was good for co-champs with Cumberland last year, who had Gavin Gores, a very good player. I believe he's at Wyoming now. But a lot of returning stellar pieces for the Tigers. They return 3 of their 5 leading scorers. In number 4, junior Camden Kroll, he had 15.3 a game last year. Number 3, junior Tyson Teal averaged 11 a game. And number 2, senior Ethan Harms averaged right around 8 points a game and pulled down about 6.5 boards. So those are 3 names we're going to be looking for here from the Tigers this Saturday afternoon. We're going to take a brief break here as we get some formal introductions, the national anthem, and then we will rejoin you for the tip of this non-conference matchup for the Blackhawks home opener between the Hawks and the Tigers. we are back. So, starting lineups quickly here for the Tigers. Number 4, junior Camden Kroll. Number 10, senior Noah Bork. Number 21, senior Thomas Altman. Number 24, senior Caleb Fouts. And number 33, senior Calvin Thompson. For the Hawks, number 1, junior Joe Jensen. Number 3, junior Aiden Foster. Number 10, sophomore Landon Kuski. 11, freshman Luke Jenke. And 12, senior Dane Vienedal. And the tip will start with the Tigers. That's Fouts. He's going to get it quickly to Bork. And here come the Tigers from left to right in black. Hawks in the home whites, going right to left in the first half here. 18-minute halves. We're going to have a free throw length jumper. No good for the Tigers. And here come the Hawks. Three from Foster. The bank is open, Jake, and it's 2-0. Foot was on the line there, but the Hawks with the quick bucket, and they play a high-paced basketball game last week against Richmond. We're going to see more of that, it looks like, here as Northwestern already answers back. It's 2 apiece.
Love seeing Aiden Foster step in with confidence on that last possession.
Jenke with his first high school start here. Number 11, Kuski had a bunch of threes last week. That one just off back iron, brought down by Fouts. 6'5" is the senior, number 24. Shots up, no good. Offensive rebound for the Tigers was Thompson, but off a leg, out of bounds, and it'll be Blackhawk basketball. 18-minute halves here in Wisconsin high school hoops. Just over a minute into this one. Looks like Luke's going to be bringing it up, at least thus far for the Hawks. Thus far, rather. Northwestern prioritizing keeping it out of 11's hands. Kuski, tough defense in the corner from Northwestern. Dane's going to pull it from 3. That one's going to be off backboard. Altman brings it up. He'll get it quickly to Thompson, and the Tigers will get into their offense here. Nice spin move. Tough finish, no good. That was Kroll. Kuski's going to try to go coast to coast. He'll pull it up. That's going to get almost intercepted. Jenke's going to try to dish to Kuski. He will end up coming down with it. He'll pull up for a elbow jumper, and that is good. Hawks in the lead, 4-2.
Kuski continuously seeing confident shooting from him.
Got a really natural shot. Was evident in the Richmond game last week. Northwestern, they're going to pull from 3, and they're going to hit. That's the senior, the 6'5", number 24, Caleb Fouts, and Northwestern back in front. Kuski drives baseline, finds Vienendahl for an easy 2, and the Hawks are back in front. Both of these teams looking to push pace. Northwestern already up with their shot attempt. Number 33, Thompson's going to draw a blocking foul from Kuski there, and he's going to go to the free throw line for his first 2 with the charity stripe.
Vienendahl early drawing the task of guarding number 4, Kroll. It seems like he is a very confident scorer, confident playmaker on the offensive end for the Tigers.
First free throw no good for Thompson. Looking to tie it here with a second. And he will, as that one's off back iron and in, and here go the Hawks. Coach Benoit encouraging the fellas to push, and Luke does push, and he's going to get fouled. No shot with the foul, so the Hawks will take it underneath. Subs for the Tigers. Hall is going to check in for Altman. Aiden Hall is senior. Jensen will inbound. Vienendahl, he'll take it at the top of the key. That'll just roll out. Great effort there by Foster. He'll pull down the offensive rebound, go back up with it. Not quite on the putback. Jenke heads up steal on transition, and he'll draw another foul, second for the Tigers.
Really sticks out through a game and some change here for Luke Jenke. His basketball IQ, I think, for a freshman is through the roof. He makes very high IQ plays. Keeps his eyes up when he drives the basketball. Very impressive.
Absolutely. Looks comfortable out there. Janke will get it into Jensen. Jensen, a lot of experience at the lead guard for the Hawks from last year. Dane working on the right wing. He's going to swing to Jensen. Jensen will quickly pull for three. That's going to be off to the right. And Kroll will bring that down. Kroll going to work. Another spin move. Nice finish with the left hand for the junior. 6'3", using all of it there. Tigers back in front 8-6. Dane thought about it and unfortunately drug the pivot foot. Another sub for the Tigers here. That's 35, number 35, Henry Nielsen. He's a senior. He's all of 6'5". Fouts will get a break. And a travel on the opposite end for the Tigers this time. Feet shuffled a bit there.
Five-out look from the Tigers on offense really opens up the dribble drive.
Janke getting the Hawks into their offense here. Jensen will swing to Dane, to Janke. Janke's going to go to his left. He's going to dish down to Dane. Dane will pull up for two, and that'll rattle it. Back and forth matchup thus far through just over 4 minutes. 8-8. Nice drive there. Ricochets off of 35. Deep three from Kroll. 11-8. Tigers, number 4, as you mentioned, Jake. Really impressive player, and it's been evidenced thus far. Foster, he's going to take a quick three, top of the key, just off right rim. And here comes Kroll once again. He's going to go all the way to the rack, and he's going to finish again. Looks like he's got 9 of the Tigers' 13 already. And pass intercepted by Bork. Bork's going to try to go coast to coast. He will not. That layup's going to ricochet off. The Tigers coach contending that it was because of a backboard slap, but no call, and it will be Blackhawk basketball. A couple subs here for the Hawks. Number 20, sophomore Gabe Danielson. Number 5, sophomore JT Dockel. Both towards the latter half of last season got a significant amount of run on the varsity court. And like we mentioned in the pregame, Jake, the youth is in full force for the Hawks. Nice look there to Jensen.
Good ball movement there. The youth is just continuously playing calm, making good. And there's Janke again making a high IQ steal there on defense.
Absolutely, to your point. Nice steal for Kroll, though, and he's going to finish with an and-one opportunity. And he's going to be at 11. He's going to go for 12, and the Tigers are up by at least 5.
The live ball backcourt turnovers were kind of a little thorn in our side on Tuesday night. There is another one there. The Hawks will look to limit those as we go throughout the game and get a little pressure from the Tigers.
Fresh subs for the Tigers. Number 5, junior Seth Fouts in the game. And Kroll will finish the and one opportunity to put the Tigers up 6. JT thinking about what to do. He's closely guarded there. That's a haul. Danielson's going to drive. He'll get it stripped, and the Tigers will come down with it. They're going to push quickly. And drag of the feet there from Kroll leads to a travel violation, and the Hawks will get the ball back. Subs for the Hawks, number 13, Bignell, a senior, one of 3 seniors on the varsity roster for the Hawks. Royal, Bignell, and another unfortunate turnover for the Hawks. Something that watching that in the Richmond game, like you said, Jake, obviously worse when they're live ball and turn into transition opportunities, but the turnovers something that the Hawks will continue to work on here. Obviously, this only being game 2, but Danielson forces one of his own. It's hard to say if that got tipped. It did not, unfortunately. So
it's absolutely, as we mentioned, something with the young team here. The turnovers and then even those windows on those entry passes, as we saw in that last possession from Arkan Danielson. Those windows get tighter as you get older, so as this younger team kind of progresses, they will look to really isolate those passes and really get them into a spot.
Absolutely. Tigers generously rotating through subs here. Still just over only 6 minutes into this first half. Coach Graff keeping his guys as fresh as he can. Nice defense there from Danielson. He'll force a turnover. Janke's going to put his head down, and a lot of contact there. No call as Janke gets the ball taken away. He's going to try to take it away, but here come the Tigers as they cross the timeline, and almost another steal. That's number 10 for the Tigers. He's going to try the left-handed layup. Bork is no good on that attempt, and we're going to get our words in for the day here, Jake, as this is a high-tempo basketball game as Jensen puts up a shot no more than a few seconds later.
A lot of quick shots from both teams. This is a fun one. You like to see it up and down continuously, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Absolutely. We're going to get a 30-second timeout. We're going to thank some of our sponsors here at Blackhawk TV. Looking for your next Ford, whether it's a rugged truck, a dependable SUV, or a certified used vehicle, LuPont Ford in Baldwin has you covered. We're your hometown source for new and used Fords, expert service, genuine parts, and a car buying experience that's second to none. Visit us at 850 Fern Drive in Baldwin, where great service and great vehicles come standard. At Firehelm Langer, your goals come first. With offices in Baldwin, Ellsworth, River Falls, and Lake Elmo, we offer the expertise of a large CPA firm delivered with the personal attention of a trusted local partner. From bookkeeping and payroll to tax prep planning and financial projections, we take the time to understand your business and build lasting relationships. Firehelm Langer, local, responsive, reliable. Let's move forward together. $11:14 left in this first half between Northwestern and Baldwin-Woodville here in Baldwin, Wisconsin on this Saturday afternoon. Tigers with a 16-10 lead. Great effort thus far from the junior Kroll with 12 of those 16 for the Tigers. He's going to get the ball back, going to his left. Physical there, but he will have a charge call. Nice job by Big Nell selling that.
Legal guarding position. I like the call from the official there. Another interesting storyline here for the Blackhawks is who's been bringing up the ball. I think it's interesting to kind of follow for Coach Benoit. Joe Jensen's ability to play off the ball. I think he runs off screens really well, gets a lot of open looks through screens and off-ball screens, so it is interesting to follow. Janke has taken the lead responsibility there, but Joe has obviously brought it up that last time. Something to follow as we go through.
Absolutely. Great effort on that last defensive series by Danielson as he took a pretty decent blow to the back there, but travel was called prior, so no infraction, no foul rather for Northwestern. Kuski, tough defense there from Kroll. Also don't want to miss a quick sub for the Hawks. That's number 2, Ramberg. He's a junior.
Danielson on that last possession appeared to maybe hit his head in the middle of the lane there. Good to see he's all right and running around as he gets subbed out here for Foster.
So Foster, who did start, checks back in. Northwestern once again from left to right looking to work on offense. Foul called there. I believe that's going to go on 13 Royal Bignell. Three team fouls apiece for the Hawks and the Tigers. That pass is going to go out of bounds en route to Kroll. Blackhawk basketball. Even if high school basketball had a 35-second shot clock, Jake, I don't know if we've gotten below 25 seconds for any possession here.
Horn would not have gone off yet, that's for sure. Both teams looking to push the pace here. It'll be interesting. to see the matchups as we go.
Freshman Janke will check back in for his buddy JT. As you mentioned, Jake, Janke continuing to take the lead guard position this afternoon. He'll bring it up, get it to Foster. Foster's going to go to his right with authority. He's going to pull up for two. That's going to be short. Tigers coming up. Kroll's got it in his hands once again. He's going to dish this time. Tigers will continue to work in their offense. Closely guarded there at the top of the key was Altman by Janke. Janke, obviously a lot of basketball savvy like you mentioned, Jake, and that's going to be unfortunately a foul call. Tough defense here for the Hawks. Unfortunately leads to a foul. And they got Big Nell for his second there.
Aiden Foster getting the assignment of going on Kroll after Dane takes a breather. Wouldn't be surprised to see Janke get that task as well.
Fouts at the free throw line makes his first. Tigers lead now at 7. Almost halfway through this first half. Second free throws off back iron. Janke will bring it down. He was the leading rebounder against New Richmond last week in the opener. He's going to take his left hand, dribble drive, and rattle one in. Nice finish there from the freshman, number 11. Hawks within 5. Here come the Tigers. Quick three for Northwestern. Good rebound by Kuski. Right place, right time. He's going to push. Kroll intercepts him, knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks. And we're going to get a full timeout for Coach Benoit. We'll thank more of our sponsors. Since 1903, Nielsen's Foods has been proud to serve our communities with quality care and a smile. From fresh baked goods to full-service deli, bakery, and Caribou Coffee, there's something for everyone. Don't miss our award-winning Nielsen's market meats and the friendly staff that make shopping here feel like home. At Nielsen's, we're building more than just a store. We're building a family. Nielsen's Foods, over a century of service, a lifetime of trust. When it comes to your home or business, trust experience you can count on. At Blackhawk Garage Door, we're your local experts for garage door sales, service, and installations. Plus beautiful polyurea concrete floor coatings for your garage, patio, pool deck, and more. Our coatings are completed in just 1 day and come with a lifetime warranty. Proudly serving Western Wisconsin and the Twin Cities Metro for over 20 years, we're here for all your residential and commercial needs. Contact Blackhawk Garage Door today and make your space look and perform its best. BlackhawkGarageDoor.com. Stay warm and cozy this winter with Lakes Gas, your local family-owned propane company proudly serving the community for over 65 years. From heating and cooking to backyard grilling, Lakes Gas delivers reliable, affordable propane for homes and businesses alike. With locations in Roberts and Hanger City, we're committed to exceptional service and giving back to communities we serve. Discover the Lakes Gas difference. Visit lakesgas.com today. Blackhawks 12, Tigers 17 here. With 9:02 left in the first half. Hawks 11 on the far sideline. Kuski will take it out with original starting lineups out there for the Hawks. He'll get it to Janke. Janke will bring it up quickly to Jensen. Hawks will get into their offensive set. Dane to Foster. Foster's going to go to his right, pull up right around the free throw line. That will rattle out, unfortunately. Nice touch on the shot. Looked good for a second. Unfortunately, did rattle out. And here come the Tigers. And Thompson did drag the pivot foot there on the pass to Kroll. So Hawks back with the basketball. Janke will walk it up, quickly get it to Jensen. Nice look there for Janke on the backside. Jensen to Janke. And Northwestern will come down with that one. Looked like for a second it might be headed out of bounds, but they're going to shoulder down and go. And Janke called on a reach. On a hold there, rather. With that nice connection from Jensen to Janke. Hawks are within 3. Jensen to Janke, a connection we got quite familiar with this fall, Coach Larum.
Absolutely. looking to continue here in basketball. The defensive effort from Janke really evidenced thus far.
Absolutely. And he's right there once again. And he will force a turnover once again as his close defense there leads to Northwestern stepping on the sideline, and it'll be Blackhawk basketball. Like you mentioned in the pregame, Luke, getting the opportunity to start on both sides of the ball this fall during the football season, it appears thus far through 2 games he is more than comfortable out there on the varsity hardwood.
Has not taken a step or been timid at all. He's continuously driving, continuously playing with active hands on defense. He's been very impressive, one of the impressive Hawks thus far.
Nice transition steal there from Kuski. He's trying not to lose. A lot of contact, no call. Stripes are letting him play thus far, and we're going to get something called here as a bunch of Tigers and Blackhawks help themselves up, and we're going to get a held ball called. Possession arrow points to the Hawks, so we will have Blackhawk basketball. Like you pointed out, Jake, both these schools coming off of successful football seasons, no strangers to contact for a lot of these kids, so they're
kind of looked like a little football scrum there for a while.
It did. Foster close to guard. He's going to pull up, likes that middle of the lane jumper. That one off back iron.
Continues to shoot him with confidence. You were looking to see a couple of them fall. Made that long 2 to start the game with his toe on the line.
Good hands there from Dane to poke that out. Northwestern will regain possession. They're up 3, 7:20 to go here in the first half. A lot of Blackhawks around Thompson there. No good on the shot. Janke will wisely slow it down, get it to Danielson, who will look to push.
Northwestern showing great spacing on offense. They're get to the corners, get to the wings. It's been very impressive.
Hawks a bit more methodical offensively the last few possessions. Dane no good on the first chance. He'll get his second chance and he'll finish. Hawks within 1, 16-17.
Hawks making an emphasis to get Foster and Dane Vienendahl shots in the middle of the lane. Being able to put a couple of them in keeps this a 1-point ball game.
Absolutely. Bork had that 3 rattle in and out. Hawks already looking to take the lead. No good on the reverse layup from Vienendahl. Thought he might have a chance there. Hawks doing a better job on Kroll, who had 12 early points for the Tigers. Quiet over the last 4 or 5 minutes for the junior. 24 is going to turn the corner. Nice finish there from Fouts, the 6'5" senior. Soft touch around the rim. Jensen's going to look to go. He's going to pass it to eventually Foster.
Had Vienendahl in the lane there. Looks like a little too hard from Jensen there.
Good look there to Jensen in the lane. He's going to take one dribble and once again another mid-lane jumper, just not getting the rolls in the first half.
A shot we've seen Joe make consistently throughout last year and this year.
Absolutely. Hopefully continues to take it. A really good look there for the junior. More great defense from Janke. Northwestern operating out around the volleyball line. Kroll thought about pulling up. He'll get rid of it. This is already one of the longer possessions for Northwestern on offense. Quick 3, though, as I say that from Thompson, is going to be no good. Coach Benoit says go to Jensen. Jensen will try. A lot of these guys for the Hawks have been playing a lot of the first half, so fatigue a factor. That ball almost rolled out of bounds. Great effort from Thompson to save it. Thought he might have a guy sprinting up with him, but the Hawks will regain possession here with 4:40 to go in the first half. Down 3.
Physical first half here, both teams. They're playing through contact, a lot of dribble drives.
Ooh, Jensen thought about the deep 3. He'll take it. Going for the tie, off back iron, no good. Kroll brings that one down. Working against Vienendahl. Dane Vienendahl, one of the better athletes I've been around as a coach, and Janke's going to get that in stride. He's going to try to finish with his right on the left-hand side. Thought he might have gotten pushed in the back. No call. Tigers trying to work in transition. They can't. Officials and Janke having a cordial conversation there as he'll get a break. Worthy break. Foster also with a worthy break here as Kuski and JT Dockel revisit the floor. Kroll's going to get a good look in the corner. That's been going in today, and it's going to go in again. 15 for the junior in the first half. 15 of the Tigers' 22 as they lead by 6.
Definitely will be a discussion at halftime, I think, as we approach the under 4 minutes here. How do we stop number 4 for the Tigers?
Absolutely. Kuski fadeaway jumper, good. That is a high-level shot made by a high-level sophomore for the Hawks, and they're within 4.
Again, the confidence of the youth for the Blackhawks with Janke, with Dockel, with Kuski, definitely playing and helping out with the team. What a pass.
Our senior to our junior quarterback, Jensen, and the Hawks are within 2. 3:10 to go in the first half. A little run here for the Hawks. Let's see if the defensive effort continues. Tigers continue to drive and dish. Kroll, he's got at the top of the key. He's got 15, looking to do some work. Crafty work he does, and another shot falls for number 4. We're going to get a full timeout from the Tigers as they lead 24-20. Looking to buy or sell a home? Trust the team your neighbors have trusted for years. Timmerman Realtors, led by Don and Andrew. Timmerman Realtors brings generations of experience and a personal touch to every deal. They're not just agents, they're part of the community. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, let Timmerman Realty guide you every step of the way. Life's full of twists and turns, but whatever comes next, Wisconsin Credit Union is right there with you. With 24/7 access through online banking, our mobile app, text banking, and even touch-tone phone service, managing your money is easy, anytime, anywhere. Rooted in the philosophy of people helping people, we're proud to support local causes and spread kindness across our communities. Because of Wisconsin, we're not just strong, we're community strong. For over 38 years, OEM Fabricators has been building the backbone of industries worldwide, from construction and mining to rail, oil and gas, and agriculture. As Wisconsin Manufacturer of the Year and Certified Family-Friendly Workplace, we proudly employ over 280 skilled team members across Woodville, Neillsville, and Phillips. Visit OEMFab.com to learn more. OEM Fabricators, manufacturing like we mean it. 2:48 to play in the first half. Neither team in the bonus just yet. Tigers a few Blackhawk fouls away. Hawks 20, Tigers 24. Huge first half from the junior. Kroll for the Tigers is giving them a 4-point lead. Some full court pressure here now for the Tigers. Just keeps that across the timeline. Does Jensen. He's going to transition into a 3 here. Looks good from my angle, and it is good. Hawks within 1. The sharp shooting Joe Jensen back on track. He had 20 the other night. 7 here in the first half. Tigers already looking to score, but Jensen's got it once again. Jensen's got 5 on 3. He's going to drive in the lane, find Kuski. He had 21 the other night. That one's going to be short, unfortunately, on the corner 3. And here come the Tigers once again. They'll pull that one back and turn it over. Kuski's got it once again. 5 on 3. Jensen, left wing 3, same spot. Different result, unfortunately, and Vienendahl will tip that one out of bounds.
The whole Blackhawks team showing active hands, a lot of tip passes, getting in passing lanes, been very impressive for the Blackhawks. Definitely a point of emphasis coming off, putting up a big number for New Richmond on Tuesday. The defensive effort has been much improved.
Really, really good point. Obviously, Northwestern with just 24, I believe. New Richmond had 50 or closer to 60 at the half. Kroll, that's way too good of a look for him. And he's going to make him pay. 27-23, and Kroll has 20 first half points for the Tigers. Really nice looking player. He's going to be a problem in the Heart of North all season long. Jensen trying to get it to Kuski. He can't. We're going to get a foul on sophomore JT Dockel there. 6-team foul, so Northwestern looking to shoot the 1-and-1 going forward here in the last 1:31 of the first half.
We've seen a lot of Dane on Camden Kroll here. It'll be interesting to see what is the Blackhawk adjustment as he gets another 2 in the lane there. Do we bring a double team? Do we switch defenders? Be interesting to follow as we go into half.
All good questions. He's got 22 and really tough to handle. He's going to get, I believe, his second foul there on the reach. Something to keep a close eye on. Not a lot of fouls in this first half, and a physical first half, but the officials have let him play, I think, in fairness. 6-point lead for the Tigers. Hawks looking to chip into that here before the intermission. Venedal, good backdoor cut from Dockel. That one, once again, just not the roll the Hawks need in the lane. But Northwestern will quickly turn it over. Hawks will have another shot here with 51.9 to go in the first half.
Hawks continuing to shoot mid-range lane jumpers. It'd be interesting if we can get a shot fake and maybe a layup underneath here for another easy one.
Was a nice backdoor cut there by JT. Northwestern with the size advantage this afternoon.
No shortage of athleticism for number 5 either.
Danielson's 3 no good from the corner. About 30 seconds to go here in the half. I don't think any possession's taken that long. This one won't, as Bork misses, but we will get a foul on the box out effort from Danielson. And Fouts will go back to the free throw line, looking to expand the Tigers' lead. First one good, earning himself a second. Janke back in the game. Danielson will take a break.
Heavy ball handling lineup here as we close out the half with 20 seconds for the Blackhawks.
Absolutely. Second free throw no good. Hawks will turn and go. About 15 seconds and counting. Janke gets it to Jensen. Hawks into their offensive action. Janke off the screen. He's going to go to his left. He's going to dish to Kuski. Kuski's got a couple seconds. JT's going to take the corner 3. Just off back iron. Dane's going to tip, and a foul will be called.
I think they're going to get Dane Venendahl with a swing into the head here of a Tiger player there as he tried to get a tip out for a final shot before half.
Officials discussing with the Tigers in the bonus if we'll get a 1-and-1 here. Coach Benoit now discussing with the officials. And now officials meeting with officials. Jake, I'm not well learned enough to know exactly how a 1-and-1 would work with time expired. Any ideas?
So the time expired, I know you shoot it by yourself. I believe it is a player control foul is what does not allow you to shoot free throws, but I don't believe it was a player control foul. I believe Dane hit him, so I believe we should be shooting 1-and-1 here, as you'll see number 21 Altman shooting by himself here as we go into halftime.
Appreciate that. First free throw is no good. And so that is the half. Hawks down 7, but a really competitive, exciting first half. 23 for the Hawks, 30 for the Tigers, behind 22 from the junior Camden Kroll. We'll talk a little bit more about this first half in a little bit. We're going to take a little bit of a break and rejoin you here in a handful of minutes. All right. We are back here about a minute and a half away from half number 2 here in the West Gym at Baldwin-Woodville High School. We'll take care of some sponsors here for Blackhawk TV. Very thankful for all sponsors. The Smokehouse, Whitecap Financial Advisors, Timmerman Realtors, Family Chiro Care, Halverson Concrete Solutions, Fern's Lawn Care, St. Croix Custom Apparel, Fenner and Jewelers, Firearm Langer, St. Croix Garage Doors, Blackhawk Garage Door, Pete's Construction, Crystal Orthodontics, CW Garage Door Distribution, Village Pharmacy, Woodville Garage Bar, Baldwin Lightstream, Shaver Financial Service, American Family Insurance, Western Wisconsin Health, Wisconsin Credit Union, OEM Fabricators, Nielsen's Foods, Strikers Lanes, A-Star Concrete, TMS Auto, Lakes Gas, Lupont Ford, DMS Repair, Anytime Fitness, Bumper to Bumper. Thanks to all of our sponsors. All right, so just under a minute here before we get second half action going. Jake, obviously a high-octane first half, not the same pace in scoring per se as the opener for the Hawks, where it was in the 50s and 60s at halftime, but a lot of possessions, a lot of early shots, a lot of deep shots for both of these teams. Obviously a really nice first half from the junior Camden Kroll.
Absolutely. He's definitely been impressive on 3 levels of scoring, really. He has a couple in the lane, he's got a couple of layups, and he's been lethal from long range. So I think that's kind of the storyline going forward into the second half here, is what kind of plan has Coach Benoit and the Baldwin-Woodville coaching staff come up with to kind of get him off his game a little bit. You obviously probably can't stop him completely, but look to slow him down. And then for the Blackhawks offensively, just continuing to have good spacing, attacking from all angles, and using their athleticism to get shots at the rim. We've seen a lot of shots in the middle of the lane, and hopefully look to now drive and kick and continue to get that three-point presence and use some of the good shooters and get Kuski, get Jensen, get Janke rolling from outside.
Absolutely. Camden Kroll, the junior, coming off of a very successful football season as the starting quarterback for the Northwestern Tigers. 17 touchdowns for him to only 3 interceptions. Really cool seeing high-level multi-sport athletes on the hardwood in the winter. Tigers going from right to left here in the second half. They'll bring it up. Kroll already closely guarded by Janke, something you posited in the first half. Bork's going to take a running layup. That's going to be no good. Kuski will come down with it, and here come the Hawks in their first possession. Kroll guarding Janke. Janke spin move will get it out to Venedal. Really good look. Left wing 3. Just off the mark. Touch short on that one. But Janke right back on Kroll, and here comes Bork once again. He's going to go all the way to the rack for 2. Northwestern with their biggest lead of the afternoon at 9, 32-23.
Early thing to see so far. Janke, obviously, it appears, is going to be picking up Kroll 84 feet, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes into the deep parts of the second half.
Kuski, another nice looking 3 for the Hawks, just rattles out. Bork assertive here in the early going of the second half. Kroll does get it. Foster there to help Janke all over him. Good look there for Altman, and it's going to be nothing but net as the Tigers lead balloons to 12. First double-digit lead for either team, biggest lead of the game for the Tigers. 35-23, minute and a half gone here in the second half. Kuski, quick turnaround 2 is good. Nice elevation on the jump shot, squares up to the rim, and nothing but net on that attempt. Hawks within 10.
Active on the defensive end, Kuski putting a nice sequence together.
Absolutely, tries to get it to Venedal, who will lose the handle, and the possession will go back to the Tigers. But like you mentioned, really nice transition there from a bucket for Kuski to a steal transition opportunity. The sophomore, number 10, had 21 into Richmond last week in his varsity premiere. Left wing 3 is good. The Tigers come out in this second half shooting hot. That was Fouts, the 6'5" senior.
Just as we focus, Janke getting the task with Kroll, but Kroll supporting Cass, helping him out tremendously here in the opening minutes of the second half.
Janke trying to find Jensen on the cut. No call. A couple Tigers surround Janke, and They're going to draw a held ball call. It's going to be possession arrow toward the Hawks. Big Nell will give Foster a break here. "13 points, new largest lead for the Tigers this afternoon." Jensen will get it in. He will not. 5-second call for the Hawks on the inbounds under the basket. Nice defense there from Northwestern as they look to expand this lead. Hawks looking to get a stop and turn things the other way.
Was really looking for seemingly a scoring chance there. I thought he had maybe a couple of opportunities to get the ball in, but really wanted to get an easy layup there.
Active hands for Jensen on the defensive end. Tough pull-up two from Altman is no good. Here comes Jensen. Doesn't have the numbers. He'll wisely pull it back and get the Hawks into their offense. Jensen's going to go left to right. Pull-up two. Just off right iron. Story of the game thus far for the Hawks. Really nice moves, nice looks, just rolling out. Tough move for Bork there. Really good effort from Thompson trying to get the offensive rebound, but it will roll out of bounds. Blackhawk basketball.
Jensen on that last one saw a mismatch maybe with number 24. Fouts went right at him. Mid-lane jumper falls just left.
Janke will bring it up. Quickly gets it to Kuski, who's closely guarded. Vienendahl thought about it at the top of the key. He's going to go to his left, kick to Janke. He's going to drive in, shoulder in, and he's going to drop foul on the layup attempt. Nice move there, going to his right. Push is called on Altman. His first foul for either team in this second half, as we're 3 minutes and some change into this final 18 minutes. First free throw rattles out for the freshman Janke. Second one good, nothing but net. Hawks within 12. Northwestern looking to run still. Bork almost loses it. He'll find a couple Tigers. And once again, Fouts, the big man, from deep, and the Tigers are up 15.
Fouts stepping up here for the Tigers. Unbelievable use of the pick and roll, rolling a couple of pops here that have really been creating open shots for Northwestern.
Absolutely. Janke loses his footing. He tries to get rid of it. He can't. Altman takes it away. Altman's going to look. He's got 4 on 3 for the Tigers. There's Thompson. He'll try to find Fouts. No possession gain there, but it does go out on the Tigers. Once again, though, Tigers looking to push. They do, but lose it out of bounds. Vienendahl will get a break here as Danielson, the sophomore, checks back in for the Hawks. Jensen's going to take the left wing three, just off front iron, off backboard, and here comes Bork with it. Closely guarded is Fouts after those threes to start the half. Bork's done a nice job initiating offense for the Tigers this second half as well. He'll find Altman. Altman's going to go to his right, kick to Fouts. He's been hot the second half. He's going to stay hot. An unbelievable showing in this second half from Fouts. He's got 16, and the Tigers are up by 18. Looking for a place that drives good times? Head to the Woodville Garage Bar, where muscle cars, cold drinks, and live music come standard. Located in the heart of Woodville, we're serving up American favorites with a retro roadside twist. Come for the food and stay for the music. Woodville Garage Bar is a great venue for the best vibes around. Woodville Garage Bar, more than the bar, it's a destination. All right. Excuse me. Are you financially prepared for the big game of life? Whitecap Financial Advisors wants to help with your game plan. Just like no two teams are the same, no two investors are the same, here's the play-by-play. Together we will. 1, make the plan. 2, work the plan. 3, review the plan. Whitecap Financial Advisors specializes in investment management, financial and retirement planning, life insurance, and education funding. Call today to set up your no-cost, no-obligation appointment at the Roberts or Turtle Lake location, 715-760-9001. From the roughest seas to the highest peaks, Whitecap Financial Advisors will be with you every step of the way. So after talking about it, Hawks coming out down 18, 13-21 to go in the second half after the Tigers have come out shooting blazing hot behind the big man, 6'5", number 24, Fouts. Really nice job by the senior in the second half as Kroll had a huge first half for the Tigers, kept them in front, and thus far expanding that lead has been number 24. We'll see how the Hawks respond here. Jensen to Danielson. Kuski, good look on the right wing. He's going to take it quickly. It's going to be off back iron. Bork with the rebound, and here come the Tigers. Football looking pass is intercepted by Kuski. Bignell's going to go from left to right fast. He's going to get hung up, and a foul is called there on Hall for the Tigers, and a technical foul will be called on Hall of the Tigers. Jensen will shoot the technical free throws. First one rattles out for Jensen.
Blackhawks on defense hedging screens coming out on the ball handler, which is getting slow back to the pick and pop guy, which has led to some open looks. So
Absolutely.
something to watch for an adjustment going forward.
Absolutely. Tigers have found a recipe for offensive success in the first half. Hopefully the Hawks can stifle it here throughout the rest of the second half. Jensen good on 1 of 2. Cuts the lead to 17. Janke gets the offense going here for the Hawks. Jensen has it on left wing. Thought about getting it to Janke on the back cut, but Janke will get it back nonetheless. Pulls up 3 right wing, just short. Fouts has it, but he has it taken away by Danielson. Jensen's got a good look. He's going to pull it up. Spin move, pull up jumper. Just off front iron, rolls out. Lost count of the amount of those attempts we've had. Just rolling out for the Hawks. Fouts, he's not the guy you want to leave open, but thankfully for the Hawks, he does miss on that attempt. Jensen wrestles that one away. He'll find Kuski, who's stopped abruptly by Fouts. Janke's going to drive in. Tough layup attempt. Will be saved by the Tigers. They're going to go. Bork's got it. He doesn't have numbers, but he's going to take it all the way, and that's going to be a tough foul by Bignell on the layup attempt of Bork. Slow to get up is Bignell.
I think a case of Bignell trying to get Bork to earn it from the line, but possibly getting him a little too rough and under the basket as he's at a full sprint. Doesn't take a lot of contact to make a vicious fall.
Absolutely. Yeah, and if the first half was kind of the Camden Kroll show, it's been a really impressive second half for Bork and Fouts as Bork's really initiated the offense, gotten the pace going, as we're going to get an intentional foul called on Bignell. So we're going to have to back the other players off the blocks as Bork will shoot. First attempt no good. Lead will stay at 17.
Should be 2 shots in the ball for the Tigers if my 2017 reffing certification does me right.
Some subs for the Hawks. Foster returns, Vienendahl returns, JT Dockel in. As Jensen, Bignell, and Kuski get a break. A couple subs for the Tigers as well. Looks like Fouts back in the game. Janke trailing. Kroll, he'll pull up. Tough looking shot. That'll get stuck. And unstuck quickly. Possession arrow pointing toward the Tigers, so they'll retain possession. Kroll's going to come off a couple screens. Really nice help defense there from Foster. Janke's going to push. Nice hand by Fouts, interrupting what would have been a nice look under the basket for the Hawks. After all the action on the left-hand side of the court, Hawks down 18. Just under 12 minutes to go. Once again, not a lot of fouls called thus far in the second half. Only 4. Tigers with 3, Hawks with 1 team foul. Foster is going to get it off a couple screens. He'll dribble to his left. Mid-range jumper is going to be good. Using the backboard as Foster for the second time this afternoon. Hawks within 16. Thompson's going to get left alone in the corner. Nothing doing on that three-point attempt, though, and that'll go off of Northwestern. Blackhawk basketball. Hawks looking to continue to chip away. Danielson thought about it from deep. He'll find JT Dockel. Turnaround 2 off front iron, no good. Big rebound there from Nielsen. And a foul is going to be called on the transition. Foster with a push there. Second team foul for the Hawks this second half. Foster's first. Thus far in the second half, Hawks yet to find their flow offensively. Nice defense, though, from Danielson. Hopefully it'll lead to some offense, and he will finish through some contact, but no call. But the Hawks, with 31 points now, only down 14, chipping away. Bork tries to get things started. He will. Gets it down to Thompson. Thompson trying to finish with his right. He can't. Couple Hawks there on the block. Dane Vienadal is going to try to go coast to coast. He'll lose it. Thompson up to Kroll. Kroll's got Janke trailing him. Kroll's going to miss the layup, but the putback there by Nielsen. Nice job by Nielsen trailing. And a timeout, full timeout called by Northwestern. We'll continue to thank our sponsors here at Blackhawk TV. At Crystal Orthodontics, our goal is to exceed your expectations. Our care is centered around you, and we want you to have a fantastic experience that leads to a perfect, healthy smile. That's why our doctors and orthodontic teams go out of their way to keep you smiling throughout every step of the process. Our unique combination of long-time experience, highly qualified and caring team members, and dedication to going above and beyond to meet your unique needs has led to us be the area's preferred orthodontic provider. Exceptional smiles and extraordinary experiences, that's what matters to us. We can't wait for you. Looking to get your Wisconsin's driver's license or just need a refresher behind the wheel? Bumper to Bumper in Somerset, Wisconsin has you covered. Locally owned and operated, we offer flexible driver education, online or in-person classroom instruction, plus professional behind-the-wheel training. Whether you're a teen getting your permit or an adult brushing up on the rules of the road, we're here to help you drive with confidence. Visit us online at btbsdllc.com. That's btbsdllc.com. Bumper to Bumper Driving School. Driven to teach, committed to safety. So as mentioned, Jake, offense in the second half a little more difficult to come by for the Hawks. Anything from your perspective that can maybe get us in more of a groove as the Hawks with 10:30 have to make up for a 16-point deficit?
I just think with Janke drawing a harder defensive task, going 84 feet with Kroll, as we've seen, as the adjustment to kind of limit his scoring. Just the offense and the ball movement will have to come and continue, because he plays a big role on offense, and obviously you exhaust your energy so much on defense. So I just think it's got to come from somebody. Jensen's got to kind of step up and be that scorer facilitator that he kind of showed in that first game. Kuski's got to get some open looks, maybe more of a spot-up shooter, but continue to knock shots down and shoot with confidence.
Absolutely. Legal screen called on that inbounds play for the Hawks.
Looked like some kind of elevator door, getting somebody an open three-pointer in the corner there, moving too much as the defense got there.
I believe that was called on Danielson, what I heard from the overhead speaker. Of Janke, right place, right time. He's going to intercept that pass. He's going to pull up from, I think that's a long two, it is, and that's going to be short. Kroll up to Bork. Bork running like he has the whole second half. He's going to finish. I tell you what, Harder North foes that might be watching this, you're going to have your hands full with this Tigers team. They are a good-looking outfit, up 18 here with about 9:40 to play. Really do a nice job defensively, nice job pushing the pace. Fun team to watch. More tough defense from the Tigers. Hawks having to operate from around the volleyball line here through this possession. Thompson up on Dockel. Dockel back to the basket, tries to find Dane. He will. Janke posting up. He'll dish to Danielson. Decent look from the right wing three, and that's going to be long. No good. Kroll will collect the rebound. Bork's got it.
Seems the aggressive defense from Northwestern has kind of got us out of the comfort maybe that we were accustomed to last Tuesday when we played New Richmond. It definitely seems like we're hurrying shots. Some of the things are not falling the way as we get Veenendahl here. Fumbles the pass from Dockel and goes out of bounds. It'll be Northwestern ball.
Absolutely. Just little things for the Hawks today, not getting the right roll, kind of losing the handle on some opportunities like we saw in that one. Still competing very, very hard. It's been an impressive effort thus far for the Hawks. Just a lot of things haven't really rolled their way, but at the same point, like I just mentioned, Northwestern really playing a good brand of basketball. They're a tough team. And credit to the Hawks for getting New Richmond and Northwestern on the schedule. Two storied basketball programs, as Fouts is going to go to his right, miss the layup, but Thompson's going to collect the offensive rebound, and he will miss the putback, but foul will be drawn on the putback, and Thompson will shoot two.
Northwestern probably the #1 middle border rival, I would say, throughout all sports. I know there's a lot of cross back and forth.
Absolutely.
Through all sports. Football, I know Somerset has played them, Prescott has played them in the last couple of years, and I think a lot of teams play them as well in their non-conference slate as they get ready for middle border play.
Absolutely. Northwestern always competes well as Kroll gets the putback there, and we have a 20-point deficit now for the Hawks. More defensive pressure from the Tigers, playing a confident brand of defense right now are the black jerseys. 51-31, Northwestern in the lead. Kuski's going to drive to his left. He's going to pull up. Once again, just in and out for the Hawks, and Fouts has got it. He's going to slow it up, get it to his buddy Bork, and here come the Tigers. Yeah, Northwestern for years and years, and just about any sport you can name. Good draw there by Veenendahl, sets his feet, legal guarding position, gets the charge called. But really the athletic power of the Northwoods of Wisconsin is Northwestern. Always relevant, always making deep playoff runs regardless of the sport.
They're well coached. This has been a fun brand of basketball to watch. Really, a lot of guys comfortable in their role, and as you look up and down the roster, a lot of seniors coming out. Looks like about 8 of them, so they're definitely played a lot of basketball together and look to make some noise in that league up north.
Absolutely. Hawks looking to get something going offensively. Not a lot of good looks thus far in the second half, though, for the Hawks. As Jensen's going to work, he's going to kick. Nice looking shot from the wing is going to be no good. That's Ramberg. Dockel with the offensive rebound. Kuski's going to go to work, dish to Jensen, but before he can do that, a foul is drawn.
Hopefully Jensen, seeing one go in even after the whistle, sometimes that can be, for such a good shooter, can be all it takes to get him.
Absolutely.
Might look to get him a look coming off being the inbounder here on this box play for the Blackhawks.
He's going to come off a couple screens, and then
they were looking for him. It appeared they wanted to get him something on the other opposite side.
Yeah, but Ramberg trying to bounce pass it through a couple defenders there and out of bounds. Bork's going to inbound. He'll get it to Kroll.
Jensen drawing the backup task from Janke here on Kroll. coming up as the pressure has amped up on Kroll in the second half here and played a lot longer and extensive defense on him. And he's essentially in the second half been a non-factor. Really 2 points, I believe, 2-5 maybe for him.
Right.
In the second half, it's been a lot of fouts. It's been a lot of Bork here for the Tigers as we've gotten rolling.
Dockel and Ramberg taking a break here. Fouts is going to get it from Kroll. He'll try to hand off. He'll keep it himself. Really crafty big man is number 24 for the Tigers. Looking to have a big year as a senior. Nothing there, though, on the roll, and we're going to get a foul as Jensen takes one on to the chest there. And a lot of contact. Nothing intentional there from either side, I don't think. Not sure that Fouts saw Jensen standing there waiting for him, but with 7:08 to play, Hawks a lot of work to do. 31-51 and a pretty significant scoring drought right now for BW.
Seeing one go in for the Hawks here could be massive. I mean, with their ability to shoot, their athleticism, a 9-0 run is not unrealistic by any means. Here's Kuski.
Absolutely. Just off front iron. Looked good from our angle, but here come the Tigers. Fouts will find Bork. Bork, good look from the corner from deep, is going to be no good. Jensen, good rebound there. Good box out. He's going to turn and look. He's got 2 Tigers on him. Kuski kicks to Danielson. Danielson will hesitate, go up toward the rim. No good on the attempt from him. And here comes Kroll for the Tigers, who will wisely get it back to Bork as the Tigers work into their offense with just over 6 minutes to play here in this non-conference matchup.
Kuski drawing the Fouts matchup here, giving up probably a sizable amount of weight there.
Good takeaway by Janke. He'll finish. And he's back on Kroll. Nice little inbounds exchange, gets the Tigers back into their offense. Bork to Fouts. Fouts, a runner, is good.
Little bump there from Danielson, no call on the floater from Fouts.
Jensen, quick trigger 3, left wing, off front iron. Danielson working to draw the held ball. He does, and possession arrow points toward the Hawks.
Always a high risk, high reward, that reach in on the rebound coming down as those big fellas down low bring it down. It pays off here for Danielson.
Janke does get it in eventually there to Vienendahl. He'll work near the block. Vienendahl to Janke. He's going to be short on the 3-point attempt. Foltz will bring it across the timeline.
Blackhawks not looking in sync on those baseline out of bounds plays. Definitely some delays as we inbound the ball there.
Absolutely, and Bork with a nice spin move transitioning into a layup. Biggest lead for the Tigers at 22 now. Jensen going towards the rim, but a timeout is called by Coach Scott Benoit. A full timeout. When your ride needs work, don't mess around. Bring it to the pros at DMS Repair. We specialize in ATV, UTV, and snowmobile repairs, from full engine rebuilds to drivetrain upgrades. Need performance? We've got clutch kits, ECM tunes, turn signal kits, rims, tires, you name it. We work on all major brands, and with our advanced diagnostic software, no job is too big or too small. DMS Repair, get back out there, stronger than ever. Once again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors here at Blackhawk TV. I'll name them once again as we get through the personalized ads. The Smokehouse, Whitecap Financial Advisors, Zimmerman Realtors, Family Chiro Care, Halverson Concrete Solutions, Fern's Lawn Care, St. Croix Custom Apparel, Fenner & Jewelers, Firearm Langer, St. Croix Garage Doors, Blackhawk Garage Door, Pete's Construction, Crystal Orthodontics, CW Garage Door Distribution, Village Pharmacy, Woodville Garage Bar, Baldwin Lightstream, Schaefer Financial Service, American Family Insurance, Western Wisconsin Health, Wisconsin Credit Union, OEM Fabricators, Nielsen's Food, Strikers Lanes, A-Star Concrete, TMS Auto, Lakes Gas, Lupin Ford, DMS Repair, Anytime Fitness, and Bumper to Bumper. Thank you once again to all of our sponsors as we approach the final 5 minutes here from the West Gym at Baldwin-Woodville High School in Baldwin, Wisconsin. Tigers of Northwestern 55, our Hawks at 33 with a Baseline out of bounds. Jensen will quickly find Danielson. Danielson's going to go to his right all the way to the rack. Good.
Danielson, a very aggressive driver. Likes to put the ball on the ground, gets to the hole.
Looked good doing it there. The Bork and Fouts connection once again. Fouts fadeaway 2 is going to be no good. But a foul was called on the rebound attempt by Hall.
Hawks able to get Fouts maybe in a fadeaway there from the elbow, something that they will look to do down the stretch as they look to close this lead and get him out of his comfort zone.
Absolutely. Hawks will shoot the bonus here. Will be Veenendahl, the senior.
Dane's game kind of reminds me of Joe Kravenhoft.
Absolutely.
A lot of rebounds, a lot of 10-10 double-doubles with assists and rebounds. Not exactly an elusive score. If we can go back to 2005 probably for the Badgers.
I'd love it.
Does a lot of little things.
Super valuable senior for the Hawks as he connects on both free throws. Hawks within 18. Just enough time here to make things interesting. Just got to string together some defensive stops. Do the Hawks. Fouts is going to go to work. Find Bork. That's something that's been working all first half. Thompson's got it on the block. He's going to work against Jensen. Uses all of his pivot foot. Nice finish there from Thompson. Leads back at 20. Jensen evades the trap. He's going to get all the way around the basket. Finds Veenendahl. Turnaround jumper for Veenendahl after he saw 2 free throws go in. Off back iron, no good. Here comes Bork. He's going to blow by Kuski, but loses the handle, and here come the Hawks.
Tigers not looking to change up and run clock here at all as we get a travel from Kuski in the gather step, but they're not really looking to slow up at all and run any clock on these possessions. They're sticking to their brand and getting the ball up the floor and getting shots up.
Absolutely, and something that's been a theme for them for many years. High tempo basketball. These two met up in a great playoff atmosphere. I believe it was up in Maple a handful of years ago. Coach Benoit is not unfamiliar with the Tigers and what they like to do, and obviously as evidenced in the opening non-conference matchup against the Tigers of New Richmond, kind of picking up the pace seems to be the trend for the Hawks this season thus far, which I've watched a lot of Blackhawk basketball through the years, and Coach Benoit's had success with pretty much every brand of basketball, always had great defensive teams, and I would say, although that Northwestern's had a couple really nice performances from Fouts and Kroll respectively, that the Hawks obviously doing a better job this week defensively than last week when against New Richmond.
I think the active hands is really what stuck out. I think just the overall energy on defense has definitely been a focus and will be something they can build on at minimum as we look to go through into the season here.
Yankee to Kuski. Kuski turnaround 2 is going to be no good. Dane Veenendahl on the offensive rebound will get fouled, so he'll return to the charity stripe, shoot the 1-and-1.
Dane again getting a rebound, making good things happen, winning plays.
And you love to see it, Jake. Badgers 43, Marquette 31 at the half.
It's a great day to be a Badger.
It is, as always. Fun day of sports, a lot of college football, high-level games, whether it's Division III playoffs, Division II playoffs, FCS playoffs, or the conference championships throughout FBS. A lot of good stuff to watch today for sports fans.
I saw a beautiful scene in Montana today. The Grizzlies are hosting somebody. I don't remember who it is off the top of my head, but what an absolute scene in the mountains that would be for a nice November or December playoff game.
Absolutely. Veenendahl good on the free throws. Hawks within 18 here as we're closing in on 3 minutes to play. Northwestern looking to earn a victory before their long drive back. Northwestern working the ball around Fouts. Nice move, getting to the rack, and he's going to finish once again for the Tigers. So I'm going to try to find the Hawks' next opponent. Don't have it off the top of my head here, but give me a second. Obviously, this is game 2 of over 20 regular season games the Hawks will play this season. As most viewers know, Hawks competing in the Middle Border Conference with the likes of Somerset, Altoona, St. Croix Central, Amory, Ellsworth, Osceola, and Prescott.
Should be another fun year. Middle Border. Prescott's coming back, returning some good players. Traditionally, they're probably the strongest in the Middle Border. Osceola, I believe, was the Middle Border Conference champions last year. Altoona had a very young team looking to make a step forward. St. Croix Central looking to take a step forward as well. Amory coming off a sectional berth. So it'll be another fun year here in the Middle Border Conference. A lot of high-flying players, and it should be a lot of fun. And hopefully the Blackhawks can find their way and put together some conference wins.
Absolutely. Hawks will go to Amory to get that conference slate opened up next week on the Tuesday, the 9th. After that, they will host Altoona 3 days later for their second conference matchup. So 2 non-conference games, then right into conference action for the Hawks. Janke's going to drive. He'll finish.
Little English from Janke there.
Nice move, nice finish from the freshman. He's got 9 for the Hawks after having 15 in his premier last week. Northwestern looking like they're okay with taking a little bit of air out of the ball here. Up 20, minute 40 to play. Hawks still closely guarding. And Northwestern's got some subs moving to the scorers table. They're going to get some kids some playing time here in game number 1 for the Tigers. Dockel's going to get the steal. He's going to finish easily at the rim, and the Hawks within 18. More pressure here from the Hawks. Looking to chip away. 30-second timeout taken by Coach Graff. Up 18 here, minute 19 to play. Well, Jake, it's been good having you. How's the experience of the first time on the call for Blackhawk TV?
I've had a lot of fun. You've done a great job setting me up here, and it's really, I mean, this has just been an effortless effort on your behalf that makes it so easy for me. Hopefully we can do this a couple more times throughout the year and continue to watch this young team grow.
Absolutely. It is a pleasure to be here, as always. It's been a lot of fun over the last, I don't know how many years now. Probably this might be is it year 5, Ambrose? Yeah, year 5 for Blackhawk TV. Owner and operator Jeremy Nygaard, who I have done most of my play-by-play with him on color. Not here today, but always grateful to him for giving me this opportunity and the work he does behind the scenes to make Blackhawk TV something our fans can experience. Hawks force a turnover there. We're going to get another possession. Minute 16 to go, down 18. Janke will get it. Collect, try to get a quick shot here for the Hawks. Chip away as we've had substitutions on both sides. 22 senior Logan Johnson for the Hawks. 24 for the Hawks is sophomore Colton Winkler. For the Tigers,
what was the freshman sophomore mindset with a minute left in a game that maybe is out of reach here for Jordan Lehman back in the day?
Oh,
are we
goodness.
Firing? We running sets? What are we doing here?
Yeah, trying to dribble as little as I possibly can, and definitely not with my left hand.
Yeah.
That would be my priority.
And certainly staying off the left side of the floor so we don't have to shoot a left-handed layup.
Absolutely. Northwestern tries to get it across, and a foul will be called as the ball's lost out of bounds on the far side. New to the floor for the Tigers, number 1, a junior, Dominic DeBeyer, and number 12, a sophomore, Damian Fouts. Can only assume Damian might know number 24, the senior Caleb Fouts, in some way or another. Fouts ballooned his scoring total in the second half to 20 for the Tigers. Obviously, Kroll with a very impressive first half. Had 22 through 18 minutes. Finishes, looks like today, with 24. So 44 of the 61 for the Tigers from two very impressive players that are going to be players to watch out for in the Heart of North this season. As the sophomore for the Hawks gets a free throw to fall. That's Winkler.
Dane Vienendahl, the lone double-digit scorer here for the Blackhawks, it looks like.
And Fouts, this time Damian Fouts will go to the charity stripe. Free throw is going to be off back iron, off front rim. Offensive rebound there for the Tigers, leads to a three-point attempt on the left wing for DeBeyer. That's long.
Good to see for the Blackhawks too, Logan Johnson coming off a long knee injury battle. So good to see him back in there playing.
Absolutely.
And getting some strength on that appendage there.
20 seconds and counting here. Deep three for number 35 is no good. That's Nielsen. Hawks will push once again. Johnson with the layup attempt, but just before he's going to take one too many steps, and with 9.9 seconds left, Northwestern is going to come out of this season opener with a victory, going to 1-0. Hawks will fall to 0-2, both non-conference, and we will get another foul here. Series of them in the last minute have led to some free throw attempts for both teams. Both teams now in the double bonus. But before this one comes to a close, thank you to all of our viewers today for enjoying this matchup alongside us, as the first free throw for Hall is no good. Second one no good. That's going to screen off. Janke will bring it up the court, closely guarded, and that will do it as the final buzzer sounds. The final here in the West Gym at B-W High School. Northwestern 61, Baldwin-Woodville 45. On behalf of Blackhawk TV, our cameraman Zach Ambrose, Jake Laram, and myself, we are very thankful you joined us and hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thanks. Bye-bye.